I want to fight the chicken. Where's the chicken? I want to marinate this chicken, you know? Basically the Anemo sausage. I don't know what else to call this guy. Okay, hopefully he's around here. Let's find ourselves an Anemo Worm, shall we? Hey there. Totally didn't see you there. Anyway, how are you guys doing today? Have you guys ever wondered what's the most comfiest team in Genshin would be? Like, if you ask me, coming from a guy who has been an Hutao main for a very long time since her first banner, I would say this is a pretty comfy team. Or you could say Ayaka Freeze team is also pretty comfy. Raiden Hyperbloom, definitely comfy. Or Sino Hyperbloom, I mean, good luck having fun with this team if your Sino has no constellations, whatever. Also, Dory is always there for the emotional support. Best character, by the way. Maybe you could say, Wanderer could be really good. Or if you are having way too much copium right now, you could probably argue with me, Eula might not be a bad character. Again, well, if I've been playing on the last couple of patches, you might also say Arlecchino is hands down the best Pyro character right now, unless or until the Pyro Archon drops. There are so many teams in this game, it's kind of hard to keep track. If you ask me the same question, I would say team that focuses on pure hydro damage with a VV Anemo debuffer. I would say that's a pretty comfy team for me. See, the reason this team, particularly with Furina, Yelan, Kazuha, and Kokomi works is there are 3 supports in this team, and Yelan is the only one who has more damage output in this team, but thanks to Furina and Kazuha alone, Kokomi actually ends up doing a some amount of damage, even though my Kokomi is not even remotely close to a DPS build. I do believe there is a new artifact set that focuses on DPS healers, but who is the reason to farm for that anyway, right? Anyway, so this team, well, we have our Furina. I mean, it's pretty hard to go through a Monday without having a Furina who is in like every team, dude. My Furina has Favonia's sword. I was using the Jade Cutter on her, but I realized, you know what? Favonia's sword was just made for Furina. Simply because it just cuts down her ER requirement so much and also enables some more team-wide energy reduction. So she's currently at 7170 with 200% ER with no hydro damage goblet. She's on 4-piece golden troop. I'm gonna showcase the artifacts right here. There we go. It's pretty standard. I tried to get as much as HP and ER as I possibly can without getting like an ER sans. That alone brings me to around like what, 200% ER? I would say she's built pretty standard and she just functions in every team, dude. I have nothing else to complain about. My Yelan on the other hand, boy, I have some artifacts to show off because I'm really proud of my Yelan. Apart from Raiden, who has like the best emblem of severed fate artifacts, Yelan probably has like the second best set of artifacts right now. She has 35,000 HP on double hydro team with 79 to 39 and 182% ER with a hydro goblet. I do have her signature go. Got pretty lucky, won the 50-50, not even mad. Anyway, artifact pretty standard. Flower, not the best, but it is like a nice distribution of substats, which everything I need, so it stayed there for a while. I mean, I do have some good flower artifacts, don't make me wrong, but this just tops the cake. Then we have this one, which is again focuses more on the crit rate. It's actually 14% crit rate and 7% crit damage with an extra 13% ER. The only thing I would improve here is probably the HP percent substat, but let's be real, we can't always get artifacts like this. Now the HP goblet, this is kind of offset only because I kind of needed the extra ER and none of my HP sans was similar to this one. The goblet, I'm not proud of this one, guys. I am not proud of this one. I am not proud of this one. Trust me when I say that. My hydro goblets they're bad, bro. They're not good. None of my hydro goblets are good. And finally, the circlet, which is really good, I would say. 26% crit damage with 10% ER. Nothing else to complain about apart from not having like an HP percent substat. My Kazuha, again, standard EM build with 987 EM and 4-piece VV. Only the flower has like 65 EM and the feather has like 82 EM. I wish I had just a more EM to get him to like 1000 EM, bro. But hey, I'm not complaining. Now to our Kokomi, who's gonna be our healer slash tanker. I really like Kokomi in this slot because one, she's just there. I mean, she's gonna tank every other enemy in Abyss right there and she's gonna survive. I think the only improvements I could probably make here is change her weapon type to probably a 5-star weapon if I had one. I'm gonna see what he wants right real quick. I'm gonna ask him what he wants. Hello. Waiting. Guy, what do you need, bro? I'm in the middle of a video recording. Just say it first, bro. Star conch. Okay, hopefully that guy gets what he wants, whatever it is. Comrade, where you at? Oh yeah, so funny thing, guys. If you look at all my characters, you're not gonna find a single character on an odd level. Like 50s here, 60s here, 70s here, 80s here, 90s here. Apart from Kokomi, who's at level 81. The reason she's at 81 is because I used that team that's so much on the overworld, I actually leveled her up. So it nearly took me like what, 2 years I think to level up one level from 80 to 81. So right now she's on 43,000 HP, which is not much, could be a bit more higher, but it is what it is. I can't be bothered to farm a perfect artifact set for a healer. I will probably never use elsewhere outside of this team. Or maybe Ayaka freeze team. 1200 attack, a bit low, but it is what it is. She's on 4-piece tenacity again. I could probably take 2-piece set with something that gives another 20% HP, but this is totally fine. Her substats are pretty mid. 15% HP here, 10% HP and some ER here. This one has no HP. Sorry, this one is an HP sands. Then we have a goblet. And we have finally the circlet with 16% HP. She doesn't have a lot of ER because I get some ER from the R5 prototype Amber. And I think that's totally fine. And finally, this is a talent level 688. I really want to triple crown this, but I do not like farming specters at all, bro. Trust me. Do not like farming specters. Furina is double crowned. Yelan is double crowned. Kazuha should be double crowned, but I haven't had the time to double crown him. And finally, Kokomi is 688. I think none of the characters in this team have Constellations. Kokomi at C0, Kazuha C0, Yelan C0, and Furina C0. That guy did say, "Hi YouTube." Alright. Get up. So we start with Furina and Q. It's pretty standard by this time. Ulti with Yelan, and E, Kazuha E and Q. And finally ulti with Kokomi. And we stand here and we turn off our brain and right click. The reason this team is so good is because the damage per second is very high. It's very high. And you're actually healing up your team while you're doing right click damage with Kokomi. Which is why I really like this team. You can just tank anything in this game with this Kokomi alone. Okay, we are here finally. So we start with our standard Furina rotation. Yeah, that guy with the thorns is sometimes pull them all together. Raise this here. Come here. Stack these guys together. E with Furina. E and Q with Yelan. E and Q with Kazuha. Then ulti with Kokomi. But Yelan and Kokomi makes this so much easy. So there's a couple of ways you can also go around this team. See, the reason I really like Kazuha in here because he groups everyone up really closely, and that is something you can't really take from any other character in game. I mean, the only other alternative out there is probably Sucrose, or you can also play Jianyun. Yeah, I can't really find her. You can also play Jianyun with a VV set on her, but the thing is she doesn't really have any sort of CC. So Sucrose is a bit more better because she also gives like EM. But overall, I would say you can use Sucrose. You can use Kazuha. If you don't have Kazuha, you can probably use Sucrose, which is totally fine. And the only other alternative to Yelan is probably Shincho. You can also use Shincho. instead of Yelan. It's totally a user preference, or if you don't have Yelan, you can still use Shincho. My Shincho is C6, so he's pretty busted. Probably not the best builds out there with 4-piece Noblesse, but I would say Shincho still works. And if you want to have some interruption resistance in this team, you can probably swap out Kazuha or Shincho. This team is totally gonna work, but the only thing you're gonna be missing in this team is some CC or the VV shred, which I would say don't skip out on VV, guys. It's very easy to farm a 4-piece VV set, and it just changes the world how you play Genshin. Anyway, I wanted to showcase this team personally because I really like it. I want to fight the chicken. Where's the chicken? I want to marinate this chicken, you know. Let's marinate ourselves a chicken, shall we? Again, standard rotation with Furina and Yelan. You can go either way. We E on Kazuha, and we ulti on Kokomi, and we forget. Sorry, I messed up there. This guy kinda hurts. This can also work on the worm, the Anemo Worm. I keep forgetting his name. Basically the Anemo sausage. I don't know what else to call this guy. Okay, hopefully he's around here. Let's find ourselves an Anemo Worm, shall we? Okay, he should be around here. So I wish I could showcase this boss in the Abyss, but where he has a lot of HP. But this can also work in here. I just have to wait for this guy to do the thing. I don't know what the thing is. The thing. Where he goes around and around. Right. I'm going to wait here. I'm gonna wait until this guy goes into that mode. Okay, there it is. So he's doing the thing. We are gonna use all our skills around here. And we are gonna use Kazuha ultimate here. That's gonna bring him down totally. Like, this works every single time. As soon as you ulti with Kazuha, he's gonna be down. And you just right click with Kokomi in like 1 or 2 cycles. This is by far the easiest way to bring down the Anemo Worm. All thanks to Kazuha, by the way. Best boy in Inazuma. Anyways, I hope you guys learned something from this video. Let me know down in the comments what's your favorite comfy teams are, and I would love to hear them from you. Me personally, this is my comfiest team in the game. Doodaloo.